Blizzard is one of the few developers I have a lot of respect for. Even though they make some choices that seem odd, they are still one of the few developers who dedicate their time to only a few games and support those games for a long time. Like a really long time. They still have Diablo 2 servers up. You know, that 15-year-old game? Yeah, still support it. And just like most people, they make mistakes sometimes, which because of their massive fan base can get blown way out of proportion. So why don't you stay a while and listen as we look at the bright side of Diablo 3. Now, the state of Diablo 3 at launch was abysmal, but that wasn't where the problem started. Oh no. It all started with Blizzard deciding to make the game online only to try to cut down on the rampant item duplicating from the days of Diablo 2. Now you may be thinking, well, what's the big deal? Most people play online anyway. And while you are correct, it's the fact that any and all playing has to go through the game's servers that become a problem. Because when the game is constantly playing through the server, sometimes whether or not you die is completely out of your control, particularly on the harder difficulties. Then there's the fact that the servers barely worked at all the day it released, causing even more frustration for the players. And to top it all off, they added the auction house, Blizzard's answer to the online item sellers from Diablo 2. Not only did they lower drop rates for everything to accommodate this, it also conflicted with what arguably made Diablo fun in the first place. That rush from finding a really cool item.
Yay!
But there's already plenty of dark forces at work in the world of Diablo, so let's lend a hand to the light. And let's start with how Blizzard has fixed just about all of these problems except the online-only part. By the time they released the expansion, they had gotten rid of that terrible auction house and increased the loot drops. Up next is how I mentioned earlier, Blizzard continues to support this game long after its release. They are constantly adding new items to find and new challenges to conquer, giving players more content to enjoy. And lastly, they allowed us to kill that annoying tag-along Leah. Oh, spoilers? Well, that's all for now, guys. If you like this video, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, and if you want to discuss this game further or want to tell me your thoughts on the new style of video, feel free to leave a comment in the sections below. And until next time, keep gaming.